Welcome to Slam Fire Radio, episode 462, recording live on Thursday, June 30th, day before Canada Day. I'm one of your hosts, Mo.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Adriel.
And I'm Kyle.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. By the way, I broke my headphones. So I have to fix them. Crazy glue. So if they all of a sudden an ear falls off, that'd be me.
Throwing some
As long
duct
as
tape.
your ear doesn't fall off, it should be okay. But...
Gorilla Glue tape. I got some around here someplace.
Just red, green it right up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
We'll get into what we did with guns. Oh, Kelly? No? What we did
You're
with
the
guns
lead
brought to you
host.
by... Okay, one more time from the top. What we did with guns is brought to you by the Calgary Shooting Center, Canada's premier firearm retailer. And
this week they have Rossi levers or levers,
do they?
if you prefer that.
Rossi
that style
levers
of,
or levers. Okay.
of
I
language.
prefer a lever over a lever. Yeah.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
There's a difference. Yeah, I'm glad that you recognize that. They're around like the $500 for like the cheap 22 ones, and then all the way up to $1,200 for the Rossi R92s.
All right. I'm going to start off with myself. I don't have much, but I went to, it was like a special match at CTM, the Montreal range. Normally their season would have been done by now, but they were doing a charity match for one of the regular shooters who was dealing with some health issues. So they're raising money for an organization that provides support. And so the match was interesting. It was only 4 stages, but it was warm in the ranges themselves because obviously with the circulation, they're not really running an AC. And so, yeah, it was definitely hot in there and even during the teardown, but it went well. I was happy with, sorry?
It went well?
Yeah, it went well. And I was happy with how I did. And yeah, so then I made some ammo for the Ontario provincials they've already started. And I'm shooting on Saturday. It's going to be 14 stages in Peterborough, Ontario. Well, I wasn't able to finish making my small batch of ammo because I broke the ring indexer again. So the plastic piece under the shell plate. And
broke it again.
I broke it again. It's the second one I broke.
Yeah.
So
I remember it.
I think it's probably because I don't lube the press enough, so I need to start doing that. Maybe I'm putting too much force on it. I don't know, but I broke it again, so I had to obviously stop because then the shell plate wasn't rotating anymore. So it all of a sudden became a single stage press. So I had to pick up a little bit of extra 9mm 147
I was going to ask, were you able to get enough for the match?
Well, yeah, I ended up buying 2 boxes of 50 just to top me up. Like I probably could have got away with how much I had, but then there's always the anxiety of like, because I think it's 244 rounds, right? Plus, obviously extra shots and things like that. So I didn't want to like cut it so close, right? So then that's why I went and bought it. So I'm probably going to end up shooting all the ammo I made, but then at least I have the 100 rounds as backup, a little bit extra.
Back to your press breakage there.
Yes.
How many rounds have you reloaded since that part broke? Just ballpark.
I'm trying to think. So if I do let's say a match a weekend, 130 rounds, that's 4.
Carry the 2.
I don't know. I would 4,000 or 5,000
squared and square root.
Or 5,000? That's not really a lot. That's
No,
not a lot. I wouldn't even expect that you need to like lube anything. Do you lube your cases? Do you do any do you give them a quick?
Yeah. I always I put that when I do the dry tumble with the media, and I always put the stuff in and I run it for a while to get it good and ready. So do you think it's just bad for it? Because I read that the ring indexers do break on them. So, but I guess I'm breaking them too often. So,
Well, yeah. In my opinion, you are. Like, I got 10 or 20,000 rounds on mine, and I have changed it out just to freshen it up. But it never broke.
Okay. And how often do you lubricate it?
The
whole press,
what's
like
that?
everything.
Yeah, but
what's that? Okay, got it. Really? You never put any oil on?
I am horrible for that part. Like, I'll take it apart and give it a quick clean and everything, but yeah, to actually put greasing the cylinder and everything, like, I just did it here, but yeah, no, I'm bad for that. I don't.
I'll give the ram like a little bit of juice every once in a while. That's it.
Really, Adriel? So you don't lubricate it that often either?
Nope.
So what the hell am I doing?
I don't think it's anything
You're just
doing
Hulk.
wrong.
You just gotta be making sure you're really setting that and hammering it home.
I think I'm just too strong. I think maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just a brute Hulk smash, right? And everything.
I don't know. That's just wild to me because, like I said, I haven't had to replace mine since owning it. So that's
okay. Should my veins be popping when I'm reloading and my forearms flaring?
Yes.
Is that normal?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You should feel a pump after a while of doing it.
Okay, got it. So that must be it then. So that's really, yeah, I don't know my own strength, Crystal. You're right. So that's really it for me. I'm looking forward to the Ontario Provincials, obviously, on Saturday. And it's going to be challenging, obviously. And that's it. I'll report back next Thursday. How about you, Kelly?
Well, I did a little bit, a couple of things. Not really all that much. Okay, yeah, I did. So last weekend was a maple seed on Saturday at Smith Falls, which was fantastic because I got to sleep in my own bed, and it's
nice.
about an hour drive away. So that was lots of fun. We have some stuff that's being planned for She Shoots. Episode 7's coming out, just to let everybody know. And Mandolin Mayhew is going to be on. She's from Just Hunts. It's going to be July 12th, so save the date. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Are we Standard Time right now? Yeah, we're Standard. Anyways, the other thing that happened on Saturday was apparently I became the AGM for the CCFR happened, and apparently I was voted in a director for Ontario. Yay!
Woohoo!
Yay.
So what does that entail? I don't know. Where you at? But we'll figure it out.
Stay tuned.
I'm just being brought up to speed on that. So yeah, I'm going to be the Ontario director for 2 years for the CCFR. We'll see how that goes. The other thing is Kelly, the other Kelly Kindigate is the other Ontario director. I don't know if they know what they got themselves into.
Oh, they paired the two of you? Wow.
What did that ballot even look like?
It's like Kelly squared.
What they do is they offset it. So Kelly got in last year for 2 years. So I'm in for 2 years now, and then next year her position will be up for election again. So
did people just think that they were voting for Kelly again?
I was gonna say that just makes it easy. Who's your director? Kelly. Which one?
Doesn't matter. That's how we do. That's how we do everything. All the events we go to and everything. We say, "Well, my name's Kelly. This is Kelly." We make things easy. If you need to ask for anybody who's female, just ask for Kelly, and one of us will appear. We do everything together, so might as well be Ontario directors for the CCFR as well. And yeah, anyways, so but I did want to say thank you to everybody who voted for me and also had their confidence in me. So I really, really appreciate it. And to Greg Weiss, who is the other candidate, I know that he would have actually made a really good director as well. So I thank you for your confidence in me. But I know that it was a tough choice. A couple of friends who were mutual friends of both Greg and I are going, what do we do? Who do we vote for? I said, whoever you want to vote for. I said, you can't go wrong, really. Well, you could. But anyways, I said, just vote for who you feel.
Were there any bribes going on? Any
nope,
envelopes of cash or?
She couldn't tell you. She couldn't tell you. Come on, Mo.
Yep.
Yeah.
However, I have a brand new car and a brand new house. No, just kidding.
There you go. There you go.
All your cousins are all of a sudden in construction and they're making all sorts of money.
Nice.
Check out this new gun I got.
Right? No. One of the things that I recently got asked, our range is looking to put on an IPSC RSO course, and so I got asked if I wanted to take part in it, and I said absolutely. So I signed up for that.
Good.
Wednesday night ski. Yeah, well, that was last night. I don't know what's going on with me, but I can't hit the broadside of a barn. I don't know what's going on.
Oh.
It's horrible. I think,
With clays or pistol or rifle or
well, I can't hit anything. I can't hit
Your
the
car?
clays themselves with my shotgun, but I don't know. Anyways, so I just did one round and I said, that's it. I knew when to call it, and I came home and yeah. But anyways, it was still good to get out and still good to get out with friends, and it was still good to get out and shoot things. Well, technically it was the air because I didn't shoot any clays.
Yeah, it's still fun though. It's still
I'm
fun.
sure there was a mosquito or something that lost its life to your shot.
Very true. Yeah.
One less mosquito in the world. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hit
the horror.
I hit them occasionally, but anyways, my leads are totally off. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, the other thing that I did was tomorrow's July 1st, and every year on July 1st, doesn't matter. Anyways, I always arrange a date with Kelly to go to the range. So we're going tomorrow after work. She has to work. I don't. But we're gonna go and shoot things at the range, and we've invited some people to join us as well. So we're going to make it a bigger festivities on July 1st. We're going to go make some noise. Fireworks, not really fireworks, but you still get the bang. Yeah, that's right.
And
right?
there is fire.
And there is fire. So that's me. What about you, Kyle?
Well, I drove to Slave Lake for their Bushwhackers sporting clay match this weekend. It was my first time at their range, and it's a nice range. They got a nice course. They're constantly growing for their sporting clays. They threw some nice targets, and overall was just a great weekend. Now, like you, Kelly, I kind of confused sporting clays with golf and figured I gotta be shooting for low score because
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah, I think we were both on the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both. Yeah.
Like, on Saturday, we shot 240 rounds. So we got up in the morning, shot 120, had lunch, shot another 120. That first round, it did not feel right or good or anything. It's like, what the heck is this thing in my hand kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
Afternoon got a little bit better, and I was lucky to be shooting with some people from the club, and Scott, one of the organizers, or the head organizer for this match, and he's a masterclass shooter, so he was working around mindset and stuff with me and whatnot. And that afternoon actually ended up being the best round I had shot, which was still not great, but at least started making some headway. Sunday, my score was right in the middle of what I did Saturday morning and afternoon. But like, they had some good targets. There were some dynamic targets, some far ones. I actually hit a few of the far ones that I walked up to the stand. I have no business hitting these. Was able to figure them out and get on a few of them. So I was happy with that. But we did Lyle and Candace and we sat down at the range there Monday night once we were all back in town and whatnot, and did a little bit of a debrief. And it actually brought up something interesting, because with sporting clays, I've always taken it as your percentage gives you a good idea on how well you're doing or if you're improving or not, which after the debrief, I've kind of changed my mentality on that, just based on observation from like Lyle when he was watching me shoot. And I kind of wanted to get your guys' opinion on this, because Lyle was saying I was looking a lot smoother, more comfortable on Sunday, and much better behind the gun, even though it didn't reflect in the scores. So what are you guys? I know Kelly shoots clays.
If I'm comfortable, then I'm gonna and relaxed, I'm gonna hit more.
Okay, but what if you're comfortable, relaxed, and you're not hitting them? That's what I was kind of
getting. That could happen if, let's say you changed your form, you corrected your form before you were more familiar with something, but you're breaking down your position or your grip or something like that to something that's technically better, but you need more time on it, you could look better behind the gun, but shoot a worse score.
Yep, it's a true
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, just started to adjust my thinking on that. I definitely gotta get out and shoot sporting clays more. But because if you had asked me Saturday, Sunday, it was worst match of my life, and screw this, what's going on? But then we did the debrief Sunday, and with a little bit of time thinking back, so, okay, no, there was some progress to be made, even though it didn't reflect in the score.
I'll give you a good example of it. So when I first started out, I was doing okay, and then I took some instruction from one of our pros at the range and put into practice what he was asking me to do. My score plummeted, so my number of hits plummeted, just because it wasn't comfortable for me and it was not what I was used to. And yeah, it didn't really work out well for me, but it was proper technique. So, and then I went back and yeah, my hits, I was getting more and more hits after that as well. It's just, Adriel's right. Hey, Adriel, I just confirmed everything that you said. I said you were right. You want to mark down the date and the time?
No, I'd have to mark it down too often.
It's true. I do think that he's right a lot.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, it's just something I wanted to unpack a little bit, because I know it's interesting, and like you said, with different technique and whatnot, and trying to adjust and try different things. Other than that, it's, you said it's Canada Days, so that means Melon Fest up here. So we're getting ready to
what
do
fest?
Melon
Oh,
Fest.
you're gonna do Melon Fest. You're gonna go blow up some pumpkins, or not pumpkins, melons, watermelons.
Yep. Every Canada Day weekend. So that's what's happening Saturday. So went and picked up some Thundershot, and yeah, getting ready for that.
Are we going to get video of that?
I'll take some video. Yeah, of course.
Excellent. Please do. Please do.
Watermelon is the perfect fruit to blow up, because in my mind, that's all it's good for. So.
Oh, you don't like watermelon?
I'm not a fan, no.
All right.
Anyways,
Okay.
That's it for me. So, Adriel, how about you? Okay.
Anyways, Adriel will return once again.
Yeah.
There he is.
There he is.
Hello.
I hammered on my mouse and I got the back button instead of the me button.
It's your segment now, Adriel.
It is my segment now.
Yeah.
Tendo order came in, so that one was it's a little bit delayed, but I understand that. Tendo was probably a little bit busy. So there's a bunch of 9mm that I'd ordered with my neighbor and a couple of like first-time handgun owners. They wanted to get some cheap 9mm. Tendo had. I want to give people an idea as to the price, because I've been seeing some prices like fly around a bit. I think it was $320. Is that about right? $320 for 1,000 rounds of 9mm brass 124 grain.
That does actually sound fairly close.
Yeah. Anyways, that's what it was. It was CCI. I think the most recent pricing I saw was right around $320 for no name 9mm, like some weird Czech stuff that I hadn't heard of, but probably goes bang just fine. So that order came in. And my buddies that all got their handguns also got their reg certs. So I might be going to the weekend. I might be going to the range. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I'd imagine they're pretty well wanting to get out there with their handguns.
Oh, for sure.
I've got a Grand Prairie Maple Seeds next weekend, so I'll have to pack up the battle van and get ready for my trip out on Friday for that.
Is it next weekend?
Yes.
Yeah,
I got a double header too, so
Awesome.
mine's in Mount Bridges. So yay!
I was gonna say, Adriel, if you want, I'll haul my big trailer down to the range for you to stay in if you want. Sleep in something more than a van.
Oh, well, look at
sounds,
that! You got
very
friends
nice.
in high places.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. I might take you up on that. Yeah.
You got
That'd be
connections
nice.
in Grand Prairie.
Mhm.
Let me know, because the little trailer's gone next weekend, but the big trailer's available. So
Yeah, I'm pretty good in the van too, but I will always take a nicer spot when I can. And then I've been so after the last 3-gun match, my boy was like, I'm done with 22. It's 9mm time. So
Yay!
I got the Glock 48, and I'm like, all right, I got this Glock. He's like, I've been shooting that GSG 1911. I think I just want to stick with the 1911. So now he wants to shoot my 9mm 1911 with the red dot and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I don't really care. I wasn't using it, so I set up a build for that for him.
That's
So
awesome.
I went with these mag pouches, which are kind of interesting. They got like kind of a slot open at the front there, so you
Black
can, as you're
Scorpion.
grabbing it, you've got your finger index finger right on it. Yeah, it's kind of nice.
That's
and they're
good.
like fully adjustable and whatnot, and from China and very cheap, like me. And then I took the I think this is a Just Shoot holster from Bullseye, and I cut it for the red dot, and now it's a perfect fit. It indexes off the plate, the bottom of the plate on the red dot and the gun, so the gun just goes in and stops positively, and it locks in there really nicely. So I don't need a retention holster to be able to hold that in. And then double AR mag pouch, because he's going to be running the WS MCR, because 223.
Ooh.
And 12 gauge for the front, because why shoot 20? So that leaves me with like, what am I gonna do? I run the MCR and then like load mags in between? Nah, let's not do that. So I'm gonna run my Shadow 2 for my pistol, and for, at least for the next couple of matches, I'm gonna run my M1 Garand in the M block pouches right there. Yeah, might as well, right? And then same shotgun. I guess who cares? So yes, I'll try the M1 Garand, see how that does. I like shooting it. It's fun. It's not. I wouldn't say like the reloads are nearly as fast as the WS MCR. I don't really find the shooting to be all that much slower. Like it's got a much heavier trigger and more recoil, but whatever. That's gonna be fine. All that just gotta be fast on the reloads and not get them any stuck. So that is the weekend after the Grand Prairie one. Anyways, should be good. That's about it. All I've done. I might hit the range this weekend and go shoot some pistols and whatnot. I still haven't gotten any word on that Marstar Norinco Olympia, but I wouldn't expect anything for a while, because there's like probably another 20 or 30,000 pistols in front of me.
Yeah. Wait in line.
Yeah. I guess that's it for me.
All right, good stuff. We'll get into upcoming events sponsored by Telis Alpha. Telis Alpha is a Canadian digital agency that works exclusively in the firearms vertical. They help with business processes, strategic planning, websites, e-commerce, and battling the stigma the industry carries with banks, merchant processors, and social media. Learn more at telisalpha.com. So we have a Maple Seed events available, which you can check out on mapleseedrifleman.com. Open events are in just open events in BC, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. Spots open at Grand Prairie, and Bonneville.
Yeah,
it's good. And then we have the Lone Buttes Hell or High Water 3-gun championship is trying to get to 50 shooters in order to be able to hold their match. So if you're anywhere near that area, definitely register by July 4th on Practice Score. Match date is July 30th and 31st. So definitely go and try to support that match so they can make it happen.
Yeah, it's a good match. It's used to be called the Redneck 3-gun. It's a good match. And last I looked, there was 27 shooters registered. So
they're close then. No, they're not close.
There. Well, they're over halfway there.
Yeah.
All right.
We were talking about this just before the show here. It just seems like attendance is poor in some areas or in some places around the country right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, especially those out of the way places. Like Chaz, Sherwood Park, they got over 1 million people to draw from for that, so they're kind of in their own unique situation. I mean, we even see it up here. Thankfully, Peace River's been keeping stuff going. But it's these out of the way things. Like even my shotgun match, the Lunatic Tactical shotgun match, is really low on registrations, but that could also go to advertising too. So it's a toss up where Edmonton doesn't need to advertise; they post it, and you gotta rush in there to register. Other matches really got to fight to get attendance at.
We talk about the cost of ammo that's been up for a while. Obviously, the cost of fuel it keeps going up, but I think part of it too is that people didn't travel for a couple of years, and maybe they're doing more stuff with their families and going places now, and maybe not going as many matches. Could that be
Doing more
part of it or
vacation.
no? Sorry.
I actually, you know what I think it is discouragement from
I got
everything with OIC and everything else. It's discouragement in their government and the gun laws and everything, where every time you turn around you got to look at, oh, do I need to buy something else, or can I even do this because what I have may be rewritten as prohib. I think that has a significant portion of the say in how many people are involved in it.
Yeah, I would
I
agree
guess
with
think
that.
it's I think it's actually almost like the perfect storm, though. I think everything that you've mentioned it factors into it.
Yep.
Location, marketing, what's currently going on with the firearms laws. Yes, and absolutely 100% gas, the price of it, price of ammo. And the fact is that people are finally able to go in. There's so much to choose from, and they're no longer forced to stay at home. So now it's time to go on vacation. Now it's time to go and go and visit and that. So yeah, I think you're absolutely right. It's a perfect storm.
which is sucks for our matches, right, and supporting them. But yeah, there's just so many factors involved, right? Maybe we'll start seeing it get better the next few months, or maybe it's next year. For Ladies' Days, Kelly, also known as the CCFR's Women's Division, is looking to sponsor ladies' events at your range. This is a range-driven initiative, but if you would like sponsorship and support, contact Kelly at slamfireradio@gmail.com or info@firearmsrights.ca. We'll get into the news. Obviously, the big story was the Halifax Examiner that came out with the notes
first.
He was a RCMP superintendent, I believe.
Superintendent Campbell. Yes.
Yeah, Superintendent Campbell that had some notes on his interactions with Brenda Lucky, the commissioner, and how they were instructed to release information about the type of farms and some other stuff that they weren't prepared to at the time, obviously with an ongoing investigation. So it's a story that I thought would kind of get hushed and go away, but people are talking about it. So it's, for our community, it's a good thing that this obviously keeps getting out there. Right? Because
good.
So go ahead, Kelly. Sorry.
Well, I was just going to say that I think that we already knew that though. Everything that was going on with that. I think that the RCMP is federally run anyways. Of course, if there is stuff that's going on, something such as what happened in Portapique and in Nova Scotia, yes, of course, the commissioner would have something to say about it, and they would report into her. And absolutely, again, public safety minister would want to be briefed on it, but yes, and that's what they do. It's the RCMP. Yeah, I don't think people are really surprised about it. I think that the mass casualty commission that's being conducted right now, I think that it's not really what it's doing. By the way, this is my opinion, but that's it. I think the mass casualty commission is just basically surfacing everything. They're putting things in a way that is actually very surface oriented, as opposed to delving into things and understanding what happened. And I think that this is something that was brought forward. The reason is because shit trickles downhill, and if people at the bottom of the hill are getting shit on, sorry, but they're pushing back and saying, listen, it's not just us, or it's not us. The reality is the Nova Scotia RCMP, there was problems that, people keep coming out and saying that it was textbook. No, it wasn't. Hello. But
wouldn't do anything different.
right. So
Yeah,
they're being
Oh.
questioned and everything, but they're saying this is what, trying to distract or trying to say, you know what, it's not just us. It's actually everything. It comes from the top down. Absolutely 100%. And anybody who doesn't think that, well, I got land to sell to you too. That's, right down the road. That's swamp. Anyways, that's just
It only came out because of this inquiry. Otherwise, that would
Okay.
have just been notes in someone's
Yeah.
notebook that he's like, oh boy, this is not right. I'm writing this in my
Yeah.
notebook to cover my ass. And the only reason this came out is because afterwards, oh, well, let's see everyone's notes. Oh, what does this note say? Why? Oh, you were facing pressure on this. Oh, okay. We all knew it. It's just like a smoking gun, right?
So the RCMP submitted two things to the submissions to the Mass Casualty Commission. The first one didn't have the notes in it. The second one did. I've been listening to a couple of different podcasts and reading a few different things and keeping abreast of it because it is interesting to me. That's where my hometown is, and a couple of the people that were murdered during this are closely connected to my family and what we do. So I want to know what's going on. And I don't think the Mass Casualty Commission is doing a service to the victims, their families, or anything like that. And they don't really care about it. But the reality is those handwritten notes, they're there because people, let's be real, people are CYA. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They want to cover their ass and that's it. Anyways, I will be quiet now. Sorry. But if you want to listen,
we all have our own opinion on this for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's great that it got out, but on the same token, once again, like Kelly said, my opinion, it's under a rug. It's not going to go anywhere.
Well, the thing that's happened because of it is that there is on July 25th, I believe it is, the Parliament has asked for emergency reconvening just to discuss that specifically. I don't think anything will happen because of it. But the reality is, I think that there's a lot of people that were involved in the RCMP, specifically that are getting promoted. There's people that are leaving their jobs. There's people that were part of what happened that weekend. The people that are boots on the ground that they're just quitting because they're fed up and they're upset with how things are being done and that as well. Everybody else is getting promoted. I know how things work. If you screw up enough, you get promoted. So that's what's happening. Anyways,
I believe it.
So yeah. So
we'll
I kind of took over that conversation.
No, that's okay. That's okay. The next story was related to that, so we'll leave that one. And then the final SECU SECU meeting concludes without handgun freeze regulation being implemented. So I guess the next time they're going to have an emergency meeting on July 25th for the story we were just talking about, the RCMP Liberal scandal. And then the House resumes on September 19th. So I guess for now, the handgun freeze
is not into effect, but it has been second reading, so it'll go to committee.
Yeah.
So
you have the summer.
Yeah. No, because when originally there was always these there was all these wild stories. Oh, it's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be the next day. It's going to be on this date, and then these dates passed and nothing happened. Lots of handguns got sold, but nothing actually happened, which is good.
So what was happening in SECU was they were actually, for lack of better terms, filibustering during it so that it wouldn't be read and then on the last day, 2 days, it got debated a little bit, and then so they weren't able to pass it.
Good. May it never pass.
I don't think they were going to pass it anyways. Like this time around. I think for the handgun freeze, they could have done it at any time. They could have just said, "Oh, I see. We're just not going to process any more transfers. Tough luck." Would have been easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Um, we have no new legal fund donations for the CCFR, but please,
No
it's
new
important that you
updates. Yeah.
no new updates, sorry. Looking for a way to help the CCFR fund the massive upcoming court battle. Now is more important than ever, true. Become a member, donate to the legal fund by sending an EMT to finance@farmsrights.ca. New gun stuff sponsored by Bolt Action Coffee. Slamfire Radio is a brand ambassador for Bolt Action Coffee. The coffee is roasted in small batches and quite honestly, some of the best coffee you can get your hands on. Send it to your house by going to www.boltactioncoffee.com and the discount code is Slamfire, all uppercase. And for our new gun stuff.
Awesome. Yeah. There's a couple of things on here. Let me just share that one. The first one is SBI redesigned their Spectre Glock brake. So if you're looking for a Glock brake, something that works with 1/2x28 thread protectors, they've got that. It kind of looks like a happy little guy. He's got double chins. I think that's what they're going for here, right?
Yeah, that's
on the side
fair.
there.
Yeah.
Sideways T-pose on there. And yeah. Anyways, they're $50, $59, $59. So if you're looking for a brake for your Glock, that's out there. No possibility of a. Well, I know one of the Glock brake videos I saw that an empty case fell into the large port on front, and then he fired it off, and it busted some stuff up. No possibility of that here. The next one, I just thought this was a decent price. So Rangeview Sports had the Ruger PC carbine for $7.99. Did I put this in, or did one of you guys put this in? Maybe I put it in.
Did not.
That is a good price.
Yeah, $7.99.
Very good price.
Off.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought these would be like. Can we talk about this before it gets illegal? Like a good home defense gun. But it's a
Adriel, we're not allowed to defend our life. We're not supposed to defend.
Not I don't know if it's in C-21. One of these bills says we can't even talk about it.
Yeah.
It's considered marketing for it, and we'll get like slammed. But I think right now it's not in process right now. Anyways, I thought this would be cool for that because low recoil, low noise. You're not going to blow out your eardrums, and 10-round mags, quick reload. A lot of people talk about like a shotgun for home defense, but like you got to shuck shells in the stupid thing and slow to shoot. Yada. Better use one of these. North Silva's bringing these in, and Iron Guns has got some as well. The CZ Bren 762x39 is in Canada. With Iron Guns, it's $2,500 US. I'm not sure what it is with North Silva, but it's probably comparable. But these look like AK mags. That's tiny. That's a tiny little gun. Hey,
I like it. That looks cool.
If that only cool, it had 10-round mags, this would be the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, or standard capacity.
Well, with big dreamer over here.
Yeah, I know. You're in the wrong country, Kyle.
Oh, I knew that long ago.
CZ Bren 162x39 looks cool. That tiny little gun looks very cool.
It does.
Awesome.
And that's all I got.
And what are we seeing for handguns? It looks like the inventory, like just some stores getting like trickles of new stuff in, and
some are getting. Yeah, SR4C's got a crap ton in yesterday.
There's some high points that come in there.
Oh yeah, there were high points that came in to your store, Kelly. Are you gonna buy one?
Hell no. Anyways,
I seriously thought about it.
What, a problem solver?
Yeah.
Yeah, 45 problem solver.
No.
45 problems.
Anyways, I'm still waiting for my Shadow 2 to be processed, but no, I am not going to be buying one of those. Thank you.
The Shadow 2
I frown upon people. Never mind. I'll just shut up because if somebody wants one or needs one, go and buy one. But I'm not.
They're reliable, I've heard.
I've watched some videos where they are surprisingly reliable.
Well, there you go.
And durable.
They're very cheap in the US though. I think we have like cheaper handguns here. Like because we have Norks, we have Turk guns. Like we have guns that are cheaper here than that gun. So like for $300 it doesn't make any sense because for $300 you could get a well, actually now the prices are all completely changed. Never mind.
Yeah. All I can say is I wouldn't want one of the high points from the military.
Yeah. What about for collecting?
Oh, for
yeah.
collecting, yeah. Well, yeah,
There's
that
a
would
high
be kinda...
technology from the 40s. Still was going to be used by our military.
It was still being
still is
used.
being used by our military.
Nice.
Yeah, until the yes, never mind. I'll just be quiet. Nobody wants to hear my opinion.
say
I'm
yes.
starting to feel I feel like I'm starting to sound like Trevor. NRS.
That's all right. That's all right.
You know what? It is right. All right. Sometimes you need to be. Anyways,
And now, who's excited about the main topic? Who? Nobody?
do we have an owl in here?
What's that?
Do we have
Yeah,
an owl in
exactly.
here?
And for tonight's main topic, we have a special guest, the new Ontario director for the CCFR, Kelly. Welcome to the show, Kelly.
Well, thank you. We're not really doing a main topic with me, are we?
You know what?
I hope Mo and Kyle have some real weird questions for you because
Jesus.
that's what I was hoping.
My first question is, with all the million things that you do already, why did you want this job? Go ahead.
Actually, that's a really good question, Mo.
Thank you.
You sound surprised.
Why did I want this job? One of the reasons I wanted this job is because I feel like I can help be effective within the Ontario region for the CCFR and helping out. I do a lot already with CCFR, and I thought it was a good fit. There's other people that are part of the women's group as well that I would like to actually train and perhaps take over the women's portfolio, and then I can continue on. It's always good to take on new endeavors. I feel refreshed and I feel like refocused. And then sometimes it's great to have. I have a really good support system within the women's division too, and they're taking on more of the women's division. So I felt I could do it. The other thing is a couple of people have nominated me, and I actually did take some time to think about it, really hard and long, and then finally I said, okay, I will do it. And the only reason is, well, not the only reason. The reason is because I feel like I have a really good team behind me. And the other thing is too, I can always transition out of the women's role and somebody else can take over that if I feel like the Ontario director is taking up too much of my time, or that's the wrong way to phrase that. If I need to devote more time to the Ontario director, not only that, I get to work with Kelly in another capacity.
Yeah.
And I do a lot for the CCFR anyways. I really am passionate about the organization. I felt like it was a good fit for me. That's it. Is that too much?
Okay. No, that's great. I just assumed you were allergic to free time and you had to find something else to do on top of all the other stuff that you do.
Well, the other thing, yeah. I got asked for it by the club. We got asked if anybody wanted to help organize the 50th anniversary for the Skeet and Trap Club. Guess who raised their hand for that?
You did.
Yeah, me and Kelly both are helping to organize that. So, anyways, at some point, it's just I think I am allergic to free time, aren't I?
I think so. Yeah, you have a
It's
problem.
a good thing.
I'm like
Yeah, it's not necessarily bad. Like,
somebody accused me of FOMO. Do you guys know what FOMO is?
No.
Yeah, Adriel is shaking
You'd
his
like
head.
to know.
Right?
Fear of missing out.
Right.
yeah.
Oh,
So-
fear of missing
I was,
out.
I was,
Okay.
I was playing.
Yeah,
on
no,
that.
I
Somebody
can get
has
that,
to-
yeah.
Somebody who has to do everything and that has a hard time saying no. Yeah, I have a hard time saying no, but I don't have a FOMO's not it. I feel like I like to volunteer with organizations that I feel
too.
are worth my time and effort. I am busy, but I really, really enjoy the community, the firearms community. And I think it's worthwhile to fight for. So that's why I'm stepped up.
Absolutely. And it's a great organization. So, and you mentioned during your earlier segment that regarding IPSC and getting it more into the different ranges. So you're talking about ranges that aren't offering IPSC right now, or did I mishear that?
No, you mean earlier when I was talking about what I did in guns?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So with IPSC, what's happening is my club, FRPC, is organizing an RSO course. So I'm gonna go and volunteer to become an RSO for his
Oh, okay. Okay. I misunderstood then.
Yeah, because
I'm a terrible listener.
why not? I'm gonna shoot, and I help set up, and stats. Why not RSO as well?
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
Yes, I like turtles.
Oh, you beat me to that question. Okay, well, I'm out of questions now. Angel, Kyle.
I was gonna just ask some easy ones like what's Kelly's stance on politics, religion, and abortion? If we could
Oh,
just get her
wow.
stance
Okay.
on that, I
Yeah.
think that's
That's
really
nice,
burning
simple,
on everyone's
basic,
mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, politics. I'm not allowed to have an opinion because I work for the federal government. All right.
What a cop out.
Right?
What a politician answer. Why don't you just go work for the Trudeau Liberals, Kelly? Come on.
Yeah. Teflon Kelly.
In my position, I am here for all shooters in Ontario. So maybe that means that I'll support all parties as long as we are able to actually spread knowledge about firearms, and Canadians deserve the right to have their firearms. But truthfully, I'm not allowed to have a political opinion. But I won't tell you. I will tell you I voted, but I won't tell you who I voted for. Just saying.
That's fair.
Okay.
I am a card-carrying member of Pierre, though. It starts with a P. Anyways,
Starts with a PP.
anything else? Religion? No. And abortion, whatever. I have opinions about that, but it is what it is. People should be able to have their own opinions. Anyways, next.
Kyle.
You dodged those questions fairly well. It's very political of you.
Very
Got a bright
slippery.
future.
Right?
Yeah, well, okay. Here's one. You guys did the hair with Mo and I, so who's got the better beard?
Oh, I think that
Oh, wow.
out of everybody, okay.
Well, everyone except for you has a
Currently?
beard on the show.
just give me at a certain time
You
of the
shaved
month.
this morning, didn't you?
Yeah. I think actually y'all got really good beards. Nice growth of the hair.
wow.
She is
I-
politician
Cop
through and
Boo,
through.
I think the beards, though, they actually interfere with, north of the border up there. But anyways, that's why I don't have a beard. It's because I got lots of hair.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
Most bitter now.
Yeah.
What else?
Do you prefer flat dark earth or olive drab green?
Oh,
Ooh.
olive drab. Always. I grew up in the military. Flat dark
Yeah.
earth is nice, but olive drab reminds me of, hand grenades and the smell of napalm. I don't know. Actually, it reminds me of, living on a base where everything was painted green. Awesome.
Okay,
Nice.
I got one. Carbine or carbine?
Carbine.
Ooh.
It's not a bean. It's not spelled B-E-A-N. It's not
Farm
carbine.
Canadian gal.
It's not peen. It's pine. Yes, right?
Is it creek or crick?
Crick. But that's just because it pisses people off. Okay.
I was gonna say it's also a rough too, isn't it?
Yeah, rough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways.
Do we have any serious questions?
With your newfound unlimited power.
Ooh.
You think that this is newfound unlimited power? You're sorely mistaken.
No, I'm purely messing around.
Yeah.
You're gonna do great, Kelly.
Well, thank
I
you.
think so too. I think you will as well.
I really
Yeah.
appreciate
Well-
everybody's faith in me.
And quite honestly, I don't know where you find the time for all the roles you take on.
Yeah.
Well,
I was kidding around, but yeah, you do so much already. So it's good on you, for sure.
well, I appreciate the help everybody gives because, no, I'm on here. You'd think that we prepare a lot for each show. We don't.
We prepare some.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, so everything that I do is usually with other people, so everything's a team. A lot of people.
Yeah,
Means
it's a
less
great
work.
community of people too, right? And you make great friends, and it's fun to be with everybody. So I think.
I think Crystal's correct. The way that here, I'll put it up for everybody to see. Oops. Why is it not clicking on me?
I'll stop clicking.
Yeah, that's how men get beards. The hair falls down. Yes.
Yeah, we know.
Migrates to the south. Yeah,
So
that's
I
it.
think,
And what's for
yeah,
dinner tonight? Chicken. That's the final
yeah.
question.
Oh wow, shocking.
I know, right?
You're going on a limb there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
chicken
it.
and a kettle of fish. No, but seriously, congratulations, and you're gonna do us proud. Even though I'm not in Ontario, neither are the other two guys, but you're gonna do us proud. And
And even if you screw it all up, it doesn't matter. It's in Ontario.
Right? I'll
It's-
just
yeah.
move to Alberta.
excellent
it.
point.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adriel.
Scorched earth. Well, that's a mess over there.
He doesn't care what happens in Ontario.
I think Ontario is the place that needs the most help, as well as Quebec.
Mhm.
Alberta
Yeah.
doesn't need the help, really, quite honestly. And BC. BC needs help too.
Yeah.
In the
That's another
metro
one.
area.
In the metro
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Northern
anyways.
BC is might as well be Alberta. It's
Mhm.
identical.
Yeah. So, but
That's-
I'll try my best in Ontario. So,
okay, good.
and if you need anything, if anybody's listening that needs anything from the CCFR Ontario director, just reach out to Kelly. One of us will answer.
Say
It's
Kelly
true.
and someone will come.
Right?
It's Kelly squared. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you. I guess yeah,
Well,
good
well
stuff.
thank you for being
We learned
nice
we
to
learned a
me.
lot about you, some really important things.
Troubling.
some, some important troubling things.
Yeah.
We'll get into listener feedback. Listener feedback sponsored by Armory DC Gunsmith. Armory DC Gunsmith is a full-service gunsmith who specializes in firearms refinishing. He offers hot bluing, parkerizing, and Cerakote finishes, as well as wood refinishing. Check out his online inventory of new and used guns, firearms accessories, optics, and more at www.dcgunsmith.ca. You can also follow him on Facebook and Instagram. It looks like we have an email tonight, so we'll go with Kyle. Oh, Adriel? Adriel wants to read
I'll
it?
take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey guys, hope all is well. Tim was an interesting guest last week, but his carry knowledge does seem to be based out of Texas law, which is actually more restrictive than many states, which you wouldn't think so. But
Whoa.
for example, here in Georgia, it's perfectly legal to carry in a bar or any other setting where alcohol is served. It's also not illegal to consume alcohol if you carry. The assumption is that if you're a grown adult and won't cause any problems with your gun after a couple of beers, then you would with your car. Georgia still has some restrictions on school carry, but many states don't. I'd imagine not in the school backpacks or I don't know. I don't have any off-color jokes to add in there.
Well, okay. I'll talk about that in just a sec. Go ahead. Sorry.
In fact, several states have never restricted carry by school staff and visitors at all. The same is true for many state legislatures. Also, Georgia was the 25th state to pass constitutional carry, where anyone who isn't a prohibited person can carry without a permit. We're actually the 23rd state to enact it, though, since it hasn't taken effect yet in Alabama and Ohio. On a different note, I was surprised that Kyle was looking at the 5.7 round. It's a neat cartridge, but it's hard to find for less than $1 a shot here in the U.S. Still, I love shooting it in my Ruger 5.7 and even more in my CMMG Banshee AR style pistol.
Nice.
Luckily, I was able to get some rounds pre-pandemic before the price went through the roof. I was also surprised that you could get the Glock 48 in Canada, but I guess the barrel just makes the cut. I built one out last year to be my Glock 1911 with all the upgraded parts. The Apex trigger for these is worth the price. And here in the US, the Shield Arms 15-round magazine makes it a decent carry gun as well. I call it a Glock 1911 because it's got a nice crisp trigger. It's about the same in size and width as a Commander Model 1911. One gun I have to recommend to you is the SIG P320 X5 Legion. I'm not a big fan of the P320 in general, but this pistol is right up there with CZ Shadows at a much lower cost. This is the pistol with the tungsten infused frame, and it's got a weird sensation feeling, the texture of the polymer, but the weight of metal. It's got a very nice trigger as well, which isn't something the P320s are known for. The thing that's impressed everyone who's tried it so far is how easy it is to shoot accurately. It's strange because you could argue that there's nothing special about it compared to other entry-level race guns, but that's been the consensus for everyone who's shot it so far. Finally, Tandem Cross also sells a lot of cool 1022 parts. I used a bunch on my Gucci 1022 build, including their bolt and their left side charging handle with integrated scope rail. I'm not sure if they export, but worth looking into. That's it for now, and thanks for the great show, Spencer in Smyrna.
Spencer.
Good letter.
It's
Good
nice
letter.
to hear from him. Okay, so I was looking at the SIG P320 X5 Legion.
Wow, find one.
Yeah.
Find an X5 Legion right now.
Yeah, so they're
Yeah,
$1,400 MSRP here in Canada,
Mhm.
and yeah, that's exactly it. Find one, you won't be able to. But then again,
thought-
shadows are like hen's teeth as well, too, right? So
But he does have a point. Those 320 X5s, they have a very nice grip. The trigger is awesome on. Like they are a very nice pistol.
Yep. And Taylor competes with one, and he does just fine with it. Doesn't seem to be holding him back at all.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Yeah. And I think
We have
the Apex trigger for the Glock 48. Hey, I'm gonna take a look at that because it's might as well put some nice stuff on it, right?
Yeah. As for the 5.7, I was thinking about because might be my last chance. That was an interesting round, and yeah, I did check out ammo after I bought it or ordered it, and yeah, it will be something that's shot once in a blue moon.
Yeah,
and
I think like Tandem Cross is good. I don't see a lot of it around Canada, but they are here. Tandem Cross makes I think they might make a bunch of stuff for the GSG as well, the 1911-22. They make some of the fancier, like a guide rod and the barrel bushing and that kind of a thing. But yeah, they do make some 1022 parts as well.
Yep, they do.
Okay.
I think that Spencer is a really cool guy. Just have to say.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he is probably one of the best firearms collection ever. I would
Cool.
hope to see it at some point. Anyways, okay.
And Georgia
move on.
sounds like a magical place that I should.
It
visit.
is.
Yeah.
Any of those southern states, really, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We have a Instagram message from Zach. What do you recommend we do beside donating to the CCFR and writing to our MPs to oppose Bill C-21? Good question.
Take people to the range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the big answer to a lot of these
normalize
questions.
sport shooting.
Yeah.
Yep. Normalize it. Post pictures. Talk to your friends, family. Take a new person. Try a new person once a month at least. Take them to the range.
That's a good goal.
Yep.
Yep.
If everybody
the
is
more people that aren't shocked by shooting, like that, think it's just a sport, something fun to do, and
The other thing is also volunteer at your range, volunteer to do those events, like whether it's IPSC match or a ladies day, and volunteer to host it too, by the way, or organize it, because if nobody volunteers, then they're not going to happen, and then those things, those are some of the biggest things that can help with our sport. So yep.
Okay.
Exposure, isn't it? Location, but this is exposure.
What are we exposing?
Ourselves as shooters.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't think that's going to help our cause if I'm out there exposing myself.
Depends on the audience.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
There's an audience for everybody.
There is.
Yeah.
There's an audience for Italian men who are bald and bearded. There you go. All right, so I'm going to shut up.
If you'd like to email the show, please do so. We'd love to get your emails, and you can do so at slamfireradio@gmail.com. We don't have any new Patreon supporters, but if you'd like to support the show, we'd really appreciate it. You can do so at patreon.com/slamfireradio. And we're already at the shoutouts portion of the show.
Mhm.
It's got a
Yeah.
shout out.
I do.
Kyle.
So
Kyle?
I'd like to shout out Scott and Shelly Iverson and the rest of the crew, Gordon Angie, and I'm going to screw up because I don't remember everyone else's name, but everyone else who helped set up, take down, put on that Slave Lake match, and for being so welcoming and putting on a great event. Not just shoot, but event.
Perfect. I'm going to give a shout out to everybody who helped out at the Smith Falls Maple Seed event, all the staff there, but particularly I want to give a shout out to Mike Moore, who was our point of contact and helped us as well and helped us get there in there a little early. The other thing I want to do is, I've already said it, but thank you to everybody who supported the CCFR, attended the AGM, and also voted for me as well. And as I said, I hope that I will be a good director for you. So that's it for me.
You will. You will. Adriel,
Nothing for me this week.
nothing for you. And for me, everyone that came out to the Montreal match that supported a good cause. And I did mention in my earlier segment that $3,000 was raised from the match fees and selling some T-shirts and some other stuff. So it was really good, and that was a great time for everybody. That's it.
Cool.
And check us out on Gun Owners of Canada. Like us on Facebook. We have thousands and thousands of likes. Give us a review on Facebook. Hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of
give us
thousands?
Hundreds and
Oh.
thousands.
hundreds
Say the
and
Yeah.
Hundreds and thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah, say that.
space out the
Yeah.
zeros and you're fine.
And dozens, multiple dozens.
Dozens, yeah.
Yeah.
Give us
Okay.
a review on Facebook. Join the CCFR. Very, very important. And see you next week.
Oh,
Bye,
yeah.
everyone.
Don't forget to join us next week. We're going to have John Evers on. He's going to talk about back badges. Yay.
Black badges.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know,
Yeah.
those things that are other than just black badges where you get to shoot, right?
Hipsick.
Lipstick.
The
Go there
sport of
now.
kings.
Yes,
Forget
it
about
is.
horse racing.
What about queens? I'm not
Kings and queens. I apologize.
Thank you, Mo. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.